Coming up next on the Legacy Journeys podcast.
I just want to get this out and put this shit out there. And yes, a book will be coming soon. I don't know what I will call it, but I just really feel like I went through a war.
Yeah, that's what you said.
I went through a war. Yeah, that's how it felt. Because again, I went through so many years of like dimming myself.
Right.
Taking abuse. People saying stuff, having to be like voted into a group of my family.
Right.
My blood.
Right.
And then being treated like shit, babe, by like all of them in some form or capacity.
Right.
Like, and then it didn't click. It just now clicked. Like, yo, and that's why I'm not invited to stuff. But no, they keep telling me it's not like that. Bitch, yes it is. Like, stop gaslighting me. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Legacy Journeys, where couples over 40 come to embrace the now, explore what's next, and evolve their relationship with real talk, real love, and a whole lot of laughter. I'm your host, Liv, along with my co-host,
Mello Melanin, the Conquering Chief, back in the booth with my queen today.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
How y'all
right.
doing out there?
It.
You think you like that?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I gotta get used to it.
That's okay.
It's
you
all
will.
good.
You will.
I will.
You will.
I know.
Yeah. Hey yo, check my lady's earrings out, matching her skin tone and hair and you know what I'm saying? Everything is complimenting.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got the contrasting colors. Yeah, she's doing it big.
Thank you, babe. Cause yesterday I called a cousin of mine. No, that wasn't yesterday. That was Friday night. I called a cousin of mine and FaceTimed her, and she looked at my face and was like, "Yeah, that's not you."
Yeah, she specifically said I didn't like your hair.
Yeah, I ain't like. Well, yeah, and I was like, you know me. I was like, oh snap. I was like, my babe got me looking crazy because he cut it. And so I'm like, anyway, thank you, because that hurt my feelings. I didn't tell her that, but.
Yeah, I had to straighten that out because we were just having a conversation on externals, you know, and external things, external people, external events, things of that nature.
Right.
Influencing how you feel versus letting your light shine.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so that leads us into this episode's topic.
Yes, it does.
And what is it, honey?
Well, we want to know, have you ever had to divorce your family? You know, that's a serious thing. You know, have you had to just do no contact with your family in the past, or maybe you're going through that right now? So, yeah, we got some interesting stories that we want to share with you all. And before we do that, make sure you are subscribing to this channel. Yes, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Hit that notification bell because, listen, people are watching these videos and we want to make sure that you're subscribing. Like, we got repeat people watching. You're coming back to watch. So just go ahead and hit that subscription button, you know what I mean? Then the thumbs up.
Yes, bell, give us a thumbs up.
Yes.
So that you'll know.
Yes.
When we put out another episode.
Yes. So in this episode,
it's free.
Yes, it's free. That's right. Yes, because we did have someone who didn't subscribe because they thought it cost money.
Right, for a subscription.
Yes, so we're not going to judge that person.
No, we're not.
And they shall remain nameless.
Some people don't know, and I get it. A subscription.
Right. Is that like Sports Illustrated or Vibe? Well, they don't have Vibe anymore, do they?
No, I don't think so. But hey, It's
essence.
free.
Right.
Just to let y'all know. And so with that being said, we're gonna get into this episode. And
Yes.
so y'all, I thank God for my church. For those of you who don't know, our church is Hillside International Truth Center, with Reverend Dr. Bishop
All three
Jack
names.
Bomar
Yeah.
is our presiding bishop,
Mm-hmm.
and it's founded by Dr. Barbara Lewis King.
Correct.
And yeah, it's a healing and truth ministry. And you can chime in whenever you can.
Well, I didn't know you were going to start off with that.
I'm just
I thought you
saying.
would start off with the story of how you got to what we're going to talk about today.
Well, yes, I was getting to that, but I just wanted to first
Mm-hmm.
say thank you
Okay.
for my learning and, everything that I've learned so far
Yeah.
in going to that church.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't want, number one, we probably wouldn't have been doing this podcast. I don't know. I doubt it. Because it wasn't on my radar at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, I wasn't in the right mind space. You understand what I'm saying? Like I loved myself somewhat, but not fully.
Mm.
Not fully.
Yeah.
Not fully.
Yeah. Yeah. And loving yourself is a big part of what we're talking about today.
Yeah.
And whew,
I thought I love myself.
yeah.
I thought I did.
Right.
But no. Now I do.
Yeah. Yeah. And I
It
think
it took some work.
yeah, when you have some self-love, I think it opens up a supernatural awareness, and you can
Yeah.
feel, like you were talking about, like you can feel when things are not loving or as loving as they should be.
As they should be. And the reason why I was probably that way
Mm-hmm.
is because I could never be myself.
Mm.
I was never allowed to be myself. I was always trying to be whoever it was I needed to be accepted by my family.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to be anybody, anything or anybody to be accepted.
So
I was messy.
mm,
I was messy
yeah.
because I had no choice.
Mm,
I had no allies. I never had I never had that one person
mm-hmm.
that was in my corner who had my back regardless of what. I was that for everybody, but there was nobody to be that for me.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. So
Not
yeah.
my mother,
Yeah.
not my father.
Right.
And I didn't realize it. I didn't realize it during the time I was going through this.
Yeah, how would you know? You're young.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
these things are happening. A lot of this type of stuff happens when we're young. And we don't know. We're just sponges.
We're just
and so
going
we're just
through life.
Yeah, we're just getting the inputs, not knowing how to filter these inputs.
Yeah.
And then when we figure out how to filter these inputs, maybe naturally we're doing some stuff. It may have worked when we were younger, but as you get older, that strategy is actually self-sabotaging now.
Yes.
Versus, helping you or, being a block for something to keep you from, shielding you from some emotion,
Right.
for some situation. So yeah, babe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of those things.
Yeah. I mean, but we we got PTSD all the way through and through. So
And I
and we're
never
not
realized
learning how to
how much
yeah.
PTSD you have. Like with me, I'll tell you, or I've said to you, I don't know. It was God. The reason why I made it to where I am now with the parents that raised me.
Mm,
I don't blame them. I'm just now realizing, because I told you, I was raised, stayed in a 1 bedroom apartment
right.
up until I had Taylor.
Right.
Up until I had Taylor.
Right.
Maybe she was probably 6 months by the time we moved into a house. 21 years old, sharing the same bedroom with my parents up until maybe like teenager, maybe 13, 14. So can you imagine? No, you couldn't.
No, I couldn't.
Yes.
No, I
Seeing
just
them,
have to be straight up
yes.
honest. Like I know,
Yes, I've seen plenty of shit.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, and them not having an education, like my mom didn't graduate from high school. My dad had maybe like a 6th grade education.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know that growing up. I didn't know that he was illiterate. I found out. I figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
No one did. Maybe even his brother, maybe some of them knew. The other ones, if they did know, they didn't say anything. And like I said, he was always angry. He was always angry. He hated white people. Now I know because they grew up here.
Right.
It's terrible here. I'm saying it's peaceful, it's nice, but Confederate state down here back then,
Right.
I'm sure he picked cotton.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't far removed from that. Growing up in Morristown.
Right. And Morristown is where for our people who've never heard us before.
Yeah, Morristown, New Jersey is where I wasn't born there. I was born in Denville, which is in Morris County. But yeah, I grew up raised in Morristown, New Jersey.
Right. And their parents.
And it was a predominantly white town. Even though I grew up in the projects, my mom say they weren't the projects. Yes, it was. It was a different type of projects. It was all low income housing. And so, yeah, grew up there. Stayed there up until I was 20. No, I had Taylor at 23, 22, going on 23. So, yeah, 23 in a one bedroom apartment with an angry father who was illiterate, didn't have much of an education, and a passive mom who wasn't affectionate, didn't really know how to show affection. I would tell her, if I told her something was going on, she wouldn't do anything. Yeah, I was molested.
Right.
I was molested by my aunt's boyfriend. didn't didn't I don't know what he told me at the time to discourage me from telling. He couldn't say anything. I don't remember.
Right, because you were young.
Yeah.
Like what, 5, 6,
5,
7?
yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And so there's a lot of like during that time that I don't really remember.
Right.
But I know that happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one of my cousins, my aunt's daughter, one of her girlfriends, high school friends, molested me. Never told anybody.
Right.
Never told anybody.
Right.
Yeah. And then my aunts, I had to deal with that. There was one who used to talk about my weight. Oh, that's why you're fat. And I'm like, why are you saying this about your niece? Like,
yeah.
And then she goes and has a kid that I'm responsible for, being there when she goes to work. She gets mad when I'm not there, even though I'm a kid in middle school with extracurricular activities. But no, I got to be there for my aunt to watch her daughter until my parents get home.
Yeah.
And I get got fat shamed by her, fat shamed by my other aunt, fat shamed by my uncle. Yeah, I went through it.
Yeah, and I know that had a toll on your, like, what kind of toll would you say that had on your life? Now that you're, moving through that phase and you're starting to see some things, or maybe really just acknowledge the things that you may have seen before. But now you clearly can see some things. Like, how's it feel starting to like open up and like see that?
Well, first of all, I had to go through, and I talked about this in other episodes. I had to go through a whole transformation within myself. And I noticed that once I started separating myself from the family, like just taking a step back, I was slowly doing that, gradually taking the step back, taking the step back. And so once I started doing that, where I stopped coming around, I was able to focus more on myself and love myself. Because again, I went through my whole life trying to do things to be accepted.
Right. Yeah. And
thinking, okay, if I hurry up and get home, she'll like me more.
Right.
She'll be nice to me.
Right.
And she wasn't.
Yeah.
And I tell my mom, and she doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is my family. This is all I know. Like, and I just wanted acceptance. I grew up where, my cousin, one of my oldest cousins, like, she don't like me, and she's never since I was young, she went off and was in the services, and I used to write her, and when she came back, she was more attached to another cousin of mine that's my age. And I was always compared to her. Always compared to her. All of my life, I was always compared to her. We were the exact same age, like 2 months and a day apart. I was always compared to her.
Right.
She was the one who always had the boyfriends. She was popular, well, at least more popular than I was in school. Not saying I wasn't popular.
Mm-hmm.
She just had the boyfriend. She had the popular boyfriends in the group.
Mm-hmm.
Even though she didn't have a whole lot of like close friends. I've never known her to have like I had.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my friends, we would stay the night over each other's house. Like we hung out all the time. And so with her, this cousin, yeah, I just never understood why she didn't like me. And she gravitated, maybe because their moms lived together. I don't know, but it wasn't like, because I know some people feel like the father side isn't as close, you know, with the moms, the sisters and their kids.
Mm-hmm.
But no, my family, we were all close. Brothers, sisters, you know, we were all close. Except this one, yeah, she just never. And then the one my age, we never got along. And I never understood it because I used to always try to include her. Like I said, I would include her with my friends and she would act like she didn't want to be there. And so when I moved down here, you know, after my dad, we got into that huge fight where he slapped the shit out of me.
Right.
All because I was trying to protect my mom.
Right. And then that started a
And that started
a narrative.
the whole narrative of, I guess, I cuss people out. Me, whoever knows me, like, I just go around like, yeah, you motherfucker, fuck you. Can you even imagine me being that person? Because that's what my family has labeled me as. Like, I just pop off. I just pop off all the time, anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that's why they never hooked me up with a job. Because they were afraid I may pop off. Now, I got some cousins who have popped off, like, and do pop off. But I guess maybe it's something about me where I'm like, who she thinks she is to pop off.
Yeah.
I don't know because y'all, like, these people wanted to destroy me.
Well, that brings me to a thing we were listening to, the laws of human nature.
Yeah.
By Robert Greene.
Yes, y'all.
And he was talking about the court, right? In the court, when you think of court, think of a king's court, something like
Game
that,
of
or
Thrones.
a royal court. Yeah, Game of Thrones and things like that, right? And the different people in the court have different position, and some people like to just have different energy. You know what I mean? And one of the people in the court was the punching bag. You know, and the punching bag was just someone that everyone would, you know, make fun of, talk behind their back, do all different kinds of things like that to them, you know, and it was the human nature for people to do this to this person, you know, and this is like kind of watching some of the things that I've seen you go through. It's just crazy, you know. I don't like gossip, and I definitely don't like gossip.
He doesn't. I tell y'all, and if he even detects it, he will put something in his ears. He'll go in another room because he don't play that. And I get it. Because it's low vibrational, you know, and I noticed that when I was doing it, I was involved with the family more. Think about it.
Yeah.
I was involved with the family more. And it was because I was messy, because I was always trying to
be accepted. Yeah.
with everybody.
Right.
Everybody.
Right.
I'm talking to this person. I'm being whoever I need to be to make this person happy.
Right.
Then I go to Barbara. I'm doing this to make this person happy. Then
Right.
I'm going to John.
Right.
And meanwhile, these motherfuckers are steady beating me every chance they got. Every chance they got. And and you know what? I allowed myself to go through it. I allowed myself to go through it.
Yeah.
My cousin, these are one of the leaders of the clique, the five group clique, said to me this was for her wedding, and they had a group chat, and the group chat was created because of her wedding party. She had a pretty big wedding party. And so a group chat was created. Okay. So afterwards, she's telling me, oh, yeah, we have a group chat and we say good morning to each other every morning. And we say good night and we talk all the time.
Right.
I'm like, now, mind you, I wasn't asked to be in the wedding.
Right.
I was there, though, to help with, going places. One time she wanted to look for another dress and went with her looking for dresses. And that was the only time her mom, my aunt, liked me, was when I was doing stuff for her. Now, mind you, this is the same one who I used to have to babysit for back in the day, who would get mad, and I wasn't even paid. I wasn't even getting paid. This shit was free. And she would get mad when I wasn't there to pick up Queen B. Yeah. And so Queen B didn't even ask me to be in the wedding. I was just a little runner person. That's it. But I'm glad I wasn't. And then, of course, I thought I wasn't because of my weight, because I was heavy.
Right. So a lot of that stuff was causing self-esteem issues.
Oh, yeah, I had self-esteem issues.
Right.
With her mom calling me fat.
Yeah.
My other aunt, their sister, fat shaming me. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I had self-esteem issues.
Yeah.
Like, it was never anything like encouraging.
Right. And that brings up the topic of being tolerated versus celebrated, or going where you're celebrated versus going where you're tolerated.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a whole different energy when you're, people are uplifting you.
Right. It was never that.
Yeah.
And you've seen it. There's been so many occasions. I can't even, like one where my uncle was fat shaming me, calling me big. And I was so upset. And two of my other uncles were with him. 2:00 in the morning in Decatur, off a boring road. And I'm getting out the car like, yo, I'm out. And he's like, look at you. You look like you about to go into cardiac arrest. Look at you. Just look at you. And they didn't say or do anything. They did nothing to defend me.
Yeah, that's traumatic. Yeah, how could
that
you
was
not?
That was the first time. And I don't know what made me get back in the car. But I got back in the car and they took me to my aunt's house, their sister.
Mm-hmm.
And she seen me because I was crying. She was like, what's wrong? And I didn't say anything. And I just went into the room and I cried myself to sleep. And that was like one of like other times where he's like attacked me, in front of people. And then the last time was when we were at my other uncle's house. And we're all at the table, and he says, "That's why you got a big ass." I was like, "A big ass?" Like, why would you say that to me?
Right.
And none of them, none of my uncles, nobody defended me. Nobody.
Right.
And so I had a cup of wine in my hand and I threw it in his face. I threw it in his face because I'm like, I was tired. I was so tired of him humiliating me.
Right.
I've never done anything. What could I do? What could I do
Right.
to my uncle
Right.
to give him the right to talk to me that way?
Right. Yeah.
And I used to tell my mom, but she wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And then my uncle, that same night, he kicked me out of his house. He kicked me out. I stayed probably about at least like 40 minutes away. He sent me home.
Yeah. And so that's what we were talking about too, like the narrative.
Yeah.
Right. So in situations like that, the narrative may have gone out that, well, you did this, you put the drink in his face. Right. But
They didn't tell them what he
not
said,
the stuff that
the
happened
story.
and the
Yeah,
stuff
because I
behind
never,
it.
well, I get it. I didn't tell them about the other thing about me getting out the car
Yeah.
and two of the, uncles, and one of them was at this one where he was like, "You got a big ass."
Mm-hmm.
Like, where is that acceptable?
Right.
And he told my dad, he called my dad afterwards. And the next day, my dad called me and went off.
Yeah.
Went off and was like, "Who are you? Who are you to do that?" I guess to his brother. And I was like, telling him what he said. They talked about Jesus. I was like, what? I hung up on him. This is my dad.
Yeah.
And so when he passed away in February, I felt something for that moment, but afterwards, I just felt relief.
Mm.
He was mean. He was mean. You know the stuff we went through. And that's another thing. Like, my family, like I said, it just seemed like they took joy in breaking me, breaking my spirit, continuously putting into my brain that you're not included. We're excluding you.
Yeah.
I'm like, my own family would like exclude me and stuff. Like, my my aunts, including one of them that passed away in 2023. they all had a trip planned to the casino in North Carolina. I think it was Cherokee, the one that's further away.
Mm-hmm.
And it was some cousins, the oldest cousin that doesn't like me. It was her, the one that's my age, it was her. Like I said, it was my aunts. One of my aunts it was my favorite. It was her. Nobody said anything to me about it. They didn't say anything to me. They didn't say anything to my mom. Yeah, I wasn't invited. I heard about it. I forgot how I heard about it, but yeah, babe. Didn't say anything to me about it. And they know I like the casino. I used to go with some of them. Didn't say anything to me about it. Like, why would they do that? Like, what did I do to deserve that type of treatment from them?
Like I said, we talked about the
Like,
pendulums.
yeah.
You got the whole punching bag mentality with the group, and then you got the pendulums, people who may not even been there for the preliminary thing, whatever the initial thing was, and then there's a reaction, but everybody just hears about the reaction. They don't hear about, the stuff that was happening up to that point.
But they know about the stuff. Everything I did, they all know about it.
Right. They
like
know
I feel like they all got this group text. Oh, because they did.
Right.
They had a group text with the brothers, sisters, some of the cousins,
Right.
I guess the favorites. Yeah, where they all had a group text. And not one of them ever said, oh, well, why don't we include Olivia?
Right.
Why don't we include Olivia? They excluded me. And then was so bad, like all this stuff, y'all, that I went through with my family in the past year is crazy. From like my aunt calling me, telling me that I'm not doing enough.
Yeah, with your dad.
With my dad.
Yeah.
Y'all, my parents stayed with us when we lived in Smyrna. They stayed for as long as I could make them. Am I lying?
Truth.
I couldn't force her to stay. I tried everything. I tried even to get my daughter. I tried to get her to talk to her. I tried everything. And what's so fucking funny is that my aunt, the one I said was my favorite, was one of the ones who was like, oh, when are y'all coming back? When are y'all coming back? She just wanted somebody to go to bingo with. She's not thinking about their safety. Clearly. And so I couldn't talk her into it. I had him, I tried everything. Couldn't talk her into it. So I had to uproot us. Uproot my man. Uproot everything and move down here. Because what happened. The worst case in my mind happened. And in the midst of all that, yeah, I was starting to see. I mean, how am I supposed to feel if I go to a family function and I go there and they're not speaking to me.
Right.
Like, can you imagine how humiliating?
What's this based on? You know what I mean? And my thing is too, like, no one came to you to confirm or deny anything.
The only thing I know is that I fell out with Queen B. Yeah. That's what we gonna call her. I fell out with her.
Right.
And I don't even call it, like, I didn't even, and that's why it shocked me so bad, because I was like, yo, what did I say to her for her not to talk to me anymore?
Right.
I could understand, like, you know, her being upset because I hung up on her, you know, but rumor had it, and this is from Taylor,
right,
my daughter, that she first said, well, she said, don't nobody talk to her like that. And I was like, okay, like what? Because my recollection of the conversation was me being upset and me crying because she's telling me that a situation that happened with me and her mom and another aunt and uncle, like, her mom was real nasty to me. And this the same aunt, you know, who I had to babysit for back in the day that don't like me. So she was real nasty to me. I guess because she was drunk. So alcohol makes her mean. I guess she's a mean drunk. And I'm saying that because that's what it is. But it's okay because it's her. Anyway, and so I was telling her about it, and she basically said that whatever her mom said or did, I deserved it.
Right.
And I was like, I deserve it? Like, I deserve for her to act like that with me? And so at this point, I'm crying. Not cussing her out, I'm crying. And I was like, you know what? I'm not about to sit here and continue to allow you to gaslight me.
Right.
Because that's what she used to do all the time by telling me that it's not what you think.
Right.
And then that's another thing. She comes to me with this idea. Did I even start there? She came to me with this about the group chat.
Oh, yeah, you were talking about the group chat.
Yeah, the group chat.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, yeah, they do this and that. So I'm like, okay, well, I want to be in it.
Right.
Because I'm thinking, I'm cool with all of the cousins, first cousins that are in it. So, you know, well, we had to take a vote. What type of organization is this? Where that you have to take a vote. A vote. Y'all, I can't make this shit up if I wanted to. They had to take a vote for me, their first cousin, to be in this chat.
Yeah.
And my dumb ass, still wanted to be in it. Because I wanted to be accepted. I wanted to be included in something.
Yeah, that tribe. Yeah.
Because this was the family that I always knew that was it.
Yeah.
My mom's family ain't close like that. And so this is it. This is my family. This is my tribe. Nah, them motherfuckers. And then it's like, okay, I agreed to be in the group. And why do that?
What happened?
They all treated me like shit. All treated me like straight up like garbage. And then it's like, now that I think about it, okay, well, who didn't want me in the group? Because you voted. Who didn't want me in the group and why?
Yeah, that pendulum.
Like,
that pendulum swinging.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
Why?
Some people don't
what
be
did I do to you?
Some people don't want to ruffle any feathers.
And then I started thinking,
any waves.
And then I started thinking back, like, oh, I see now why, this person lied to me. And so what happened, the first clue I got was that something was changing around the family, because after the whole barbecue thing, we stayed for maybe an hour.
Right.
And we were in the house. Nobody came to talk to us. We were talking to my younger cousins that's in their 20s. I'm old enough to be their parent. But, we just sitting in there and we left. We leave. And so after that, I was like, fuck that. Like, I ain't going to no more family functions. Because I'm like, who does that? It was so awkward.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was so awkward. They were speaking to him, but weren't talking to me. And this is my family, y'all. This is my family. And I'm like,
yeah, based on
me and her falling out, because she said I cussed her out.
Yeah.
No, and then I'm like, okay, let's say I cussed you out for shits and giggles. What were you doing while I was cussing you out? You were just sitting there chilling? Was your mouth open? Were you like, I'm just curious. I'm just curious. If I was cussing you out, what were you doing? And then I hung up on you. So not only did I cuss you out, I hung up on you too. So you let me get away with both of those? Not you, Queen Bee. Not you. But whatever. Anyway. And so I'm like, I was crying. Like crying.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I called her for support and she was the wrong person to call.
Right.
Because in her world, she's never been through anything. She's never had to work to get a relationship. She's never been single for a long time and struggled dating. Yeah, she struggled with her looks for during puberty, but even still, she's never went through any real life struggling issues. She got the perfect fucking situation. Yeah, she hit the jackpot. I ain't even mad at her.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You know this. I am not mad. I am not jealous.
I think the narrative, though, it's like I said, because when with you not being able to control the narrative, when you have stuff like that, because someone else is controlling the narrative.
Yeah.
And then
I'm tired of it.
Anytime you react to something that's been done,
it's like,
it furthers the narrative that someone else is the develop.
Like they ain't do shit. Like you throwing a rock and hiding your hand. Like,
yeah.
And then they want to accuse me, and then my aunt want to accuse me of cussing her out. Now that one really got me.
Yeah.
Because it was only me,
only three people.
And her there.
It was only three people.
And what I said to her was, tell your daughter to stop fucking with me. I ain't gonna lie. I said that to her. And it was because of what her daughter did.
Right.
What her daughter did was trifling as fuck. And I was tired of it. Years of the abuse from her. And I'm like, it stops here.
Yeah, and both of your parents were in the hospital.
Yeah, both of my parents. My mom had a stroke. My dad was suffering from dementia.
Yeah, and in the emergency room that day.
Right, in the emergency room that day.
Yeah.
And then we still got to go to Dublin to see about my mom. And this bitch calls me talking about some, can I please hurry up with the paperwork to give to her mom to get my dad in the nursing home. What? First of all, you ain't got to tell me what's going on with my dad. I'm here. Bitch, I've been here. And see, this is what I wanted to say, but no, I refrained from that. Because my husband, which he was right, was like, no, your mom is sick. She don't need to hear that. I shouldn't have called her. But it pissed me off so bad because I'm like, the audacity of this bitch.
Yeah.
To call me with this, knowing that your mom, my aunt, is taking care of your cousin, her sister. Your cousin's mom. The one my age. And y'all ain't saying anything. The family ain't saying shit. She living her best life. She living her best life. Yeah. She want to throw in my face at my dad's funeral after his, his funeral. Oh, so and such, are you going to the pool party? The pool party that I wasn't invited to. Yeah, because the Queen Bee, they be having pool billiard parties where they invite everybody but me and Carlton. Everybody. And she talking about first of all, bitch don't even play. Bitch don't even shoot pool.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, it ain't even your party. Yeah. And then third, why you care about my uncle's girlfriend that he been dating on and off for 20 years? Get the fuck out of here. Like, yeah, she said that shit to make me feel some type of way.
Right, to make you feel excluded.
Excluded, yes.
Yeah, yo. And this was at her dad's, like, after the day her dad.
Yes, this is the day of my dad's funeral.
Yeah, he was there.
And the Queen Bee, who claims to be a Christian, her and her husband, her doctor husband, you allow somebody to treat someone else like that. But they turn a blind eye to it. Again. But if I go off, if I curse a motherfucker out, then instantly I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's that punching.
That pendulum. Yeah. It keeps on swaying.
Yeah.
It keeps on swaying. It ain't never gonna sway in my favor.
Right.
Ever.
Every time you react, it's gonna be there it is.
That's
the narrative.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. Based off of my cousin calling me with the bullshit, talking about, yeah, you gonna have to get your dad, you and Carlton, because my mom won't say anything, but I will.
Right. So
I will. You gonna have to get him.
That's a part of the story that everybody doesn't know about.
Doesn't know about.
These he said, she said conversations, people need to come to the source and just ask questions before making assumptions.
Yeah, so and I'm like,
that's me telling anybody that, ask me some questions about what happened.
What happened?
Don't just be like what this person said is law.
It's true.
But then again, that pendulum, some people don't want to. They believe in what everybody else is saying.
My thing is, they wanted, in my opinion, at this point, you wanted a reason not to like me. You wanted an excuse. Because all this time you were beating me up. It was all good. And it's so funny because the ones that was like, oh, you fat, or saying something about my weight, I'm this and that, have not said, girl, you look good. Ain't that some shit? Hey. Ain't that? I just can't look. And then another thing is they jealous. They jealous because I got a good ass, fine ass man. Yes, with a big ass dick. Yup. Who, oh my God, damn near worships the ground I walk on. Like literally. And I'm saying this in front of him because it's the truth. And I have no reason to lie and y'all hate it. Cause y'all like, how she get that? How she get that? I keep a clean house. Talking shit. Yeah, I don't need nobody else's husband. Yeah. I don't need to be with somebody else's man. I got my very own man, and y'all hate me. Y'all hate me that much. That much. And you almost had me. You almost had me. Because the bitch was like 320, depressed. Oh, she was there. Oh, she was miserable. She was miserable. But yeah, when I went to the last function that I was invited to, yeah, they looked and was like, huh. Yeah, I know. We looked majestic, didn't we? Yeah, we looked superior. Yeah, I no longer looked inferior to y'all. Yeah, it will never, never. She won't go back.
Right.
I ain't ever going back. We ain't ever going back. And I'm tired of trying to convince y'all that I am no longer that person.
It takes work. It takes a lot of effort to convince people that you're somebody.
I've been trying to do it all my life, babe. Yeah. And they smothered me. It was an anchor.
Yeah.
It was an anchor.
Yeah.
That was holding me back from my greatness.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm shutting all that shit down. I'm shutting it all down. Fuck all y'all. Seriously. Seriously. Yeah. Because no, you will never ever make me feel like I missed out on something or, give me FOMO about jack shit. No, it stops now. It's toxic. You really need to stop.
Hey, well, again,
you really need to stop. But you know what? Y'all carry on.
It's so
carry on over there.
Yeah.
And then with one of them, the one that's my age, like, yo, you hate me so much. You always have. You always have. You and Queen B. Y'all have each other. Please. Please. I wish y'all nothing but peace.
Yeah.
Because clearly y'all are both cut from the same cloth. And look, and it's okay. It's okay. It is okay. I'm okay over here. We're okay over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know how to act like someone doesn't exist.
So, a big part of what we've been talking about too is discernment. And being able to recognize your voice and what is for you versus the other people's voices, no matter who it is, you know what I'm saying, picking up what they're saying about you or themselves, right? Or anything, and just being able to know the difference between those two.
It took me years. You helped. You helped. You love me. You've loved me at my best. You've loved me at my worst. You love me regardless.
Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do.
I know, but yeah, and bitches and you're smart and you're tall and you're sexy and you got big ass dick and you just yeah.
I appreciate that.
Jealous. Yeah, that's look, a man that just worships me like yeah, like if you had $1 million, I know you would shower me. I know you would. Because you're just that good of a person.
I appreciate that.
And I'm being sincere.
I appreciate that.
And I guess, I'm gonna have women like hate you or hate me. I'm sorry, not hate you, hate me.
Well,
I could take it. I could take it because yeah, I will fuck a motherfucker up over you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But
yeah,
yes, I thank you because you've helped me. Yeah, all of the books that I used to, oh, y'all, I used to would tease my husband. I would tease him about the books he read. And now I'd be like, oh, babe, what? I'd be like, wait. Rewind that. I was like, oh, shit.
I mean,
Like,
the way of the superior man.
no, this one
Oh, the
here.
laws of human nature. Yeah, we listen to.
Y'all,
Yeah, I put her on to a
get
few
that
books.
book.
Yeah, by
Yes.
Robert Greene.
Yes.
Yeah, he wrote the 48 Laws of
Make
Power.
that a part of your library.
Yeah, because
I'm
you need to
dead
be
ass
able to
serious.
understand people. You know what I'm
People,
saying?
yes,
Yeah,
and why they act the way they act.
yeah. So, and then that way you'll know how to maneuver. So, and the more you understand yourself, the more you understand everybody else. So the goal is really, self-knowledge, really understanding who you are. And then
Right.
you will know how to maneuver with everybody else. And then you start attracting the type of people that you
That
want
you
to attract.
want, yes. You got to get rid of it. And y'all, they were like a dead weight, like anchors, and I started slowly getting like clues, or things started happening. And I'm like, okay, why is this happening? Because the crazy thing is, I never would have thought that I could live my life without them.
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
thought that I could live my life without them, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. And that stems from all kind of childhood, psychological with
Traumas.
the tribe and all of that stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
this was the family. This was my people.
Yeah.
I didn't want nothing more than to go get together, play cards,
Yeah.
drink. I lose my money. Yeah, and y'all, they booted me from a get together this past 4th of July. And the thing is, I didn't know it was happening until it happened. Because I noticed that nobody called me to tell me about it. Okay. And I was like, okay, but they called my mom. And so what they did was they made sure that my mom had a way there, because otherwise they could have just asked me, invited me, and been like, bring your mom. Of course, I would have brought her, but because I guess I don't know if clearly don't nobody fuck with me. Don't nobody fuck with me. And I didn't know this. Like nobody. Like no aunt, no uncle, no cousin.
Because of a narrative.
No.
Because of some narrative, man. And people don't know the whole full story.
Because I done cried. I done, cried because I'm like, yo, what?
Yeah.
And so they made it so that my mom could get up there and she had a place to stay. Good, but yeah, didn't nobody invite me and they didn't want to. They meant to. I seen my uncle and his wife and gave him a hug. It was awkward and I thought maybe it was just me. Mm-hmm. I was like, maybe it was just me feeling the awkwardness. Cause I'm like, they didn't say anything. Oh, y'all coming? See y'all up here. Y'all ain't coming? None of them. And mind you, when they come down to McCrae, we go over there, hang out with them. And they secretly like hating me and don't want me around.
Based on some narratives. Based on some
I thought like this was my uncle, my people. Yeah, I thought they was, I thought we were cool.
Yeah.
Like that. Like,
yeah.
and my dumb ass, like, my dumb ass really thought that.
Yeah, but I mean.
And then Queen B, I was trying to make amends with her. I thought she gave me a hug and we would, talk.
Going with the narrative.
And never call. I was like, yo, asked her if she wanted to talk. She was like, yeah. I was like, well, call me. She was like, okay. I was like, I'm free because I don't work. And nothing.
Yeah.
And you steady having events and not inviting me. And like starting shit with me at my dad's like funeral. Like, what? Like, even still, babe, it didn't even click. And so afterwards, that's when I asked, when they came over, do you want to talk? She just said that just to say that. Because she didn't want to embarrass me, I guess. And I was being sincere. And yeah, never heard from her. But I heard from my cousin, another one, dude, like, oh, checking to see how you doing. You should come around family more. And I'm like, okay, but you're going around family. Like now I know it's like, okay, there's somebody in this group that got a problem with me.
Right.
I don't know who it is, but everybody else know.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else know.
The narrative, babe.
I never thought.
And the parts of the narrative are not being told correctly. And
these people are like in my face, smiling in my face.
Yeah, that's the part I would.
Smoking, drinking with them.
Yeah.
And you wishing me like.
Yeah.
You don't wish us well. It's like, and you're diabolical because you see the abuse that I'm getting. I've told people, well, those that'll listen. Because, that group, the 5, the official group, they won't listen. The Fab 5, they won't listen. I can't talk about anybody about the family to that group. But for everybody to get together, like everybody knows except me. And I find out like in a fucked up way that your family ain't fucking with you because ain't nobody tell me about it. They made sure that my mom got up there and had a place to stay. And then ain't nobody like was like, where's Olivia? Because they knew. They knew. All of them knew. All of them knew. Except me. Yeah. They all followed suit. I don't know who the ringleader is, but they all followed suit. And you know what? Like, seriously, I is there anything else to say? To them? Do you want to hang out with them?
I mean, I'm not trying to hang out with anybody.
No, I ain't talking about with any. Okay.
Yeah, but anybody is doing you like that? Nah, babe. I'm not cool with that.
Okay.
Yeah. No, babe.
Because, I haven't done anything.
Yeah.
I haven't done anything.
And I always say a conversation needs to be had. You know what I mean? And people need to have conversations. But a lot of times people got misunderstandings in their head, but they won't go and confirm things.
And that's because you want to. At this point, you want to go with that narrative. You want a reason.
Yeah, it's too easy to go with the narrative.
Yes.
They don't want to go with the flow.
Exactly. You don't want to get against the
current.
Grain.
The stream, the current of the stream is going this way.
That's me. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. That's fine. It doesn't serve me anymore.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
I mean, it's what it is. Like I said, I've cried enough, and I just don't want to continue with the rest of my life. My birthday was Thursday.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't want to, I just want to get this out and put this shit out there. And yes, a book will be coming soon. I don't know what I will call it, but I just really feel like I went through a war.
Yeah, that's what you
I
said to me.
went through a war.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it felt. Because again, I went through so many years of like dimming myself,
Right.
taking abuse, people saying stuff, having to be voted into a group of my family,
Right.
my blood,
Right.
and then being treated like shit, babe, by like all of them in some form or capacity.
Right.
Like, and then it didn't click. It just now clicked. Like, yo. And that's why I'm not invited to stuff. But no, they keep telling me it's not like that. Bitch, yes, it is. Like, stop gaslighting me. Trying to tell me it's not like that and it's like that. And not only is it like that, my aunts and uncles know. They know about this group that y'all have.
Oh yeah, everybody talking.
Yeah. And they know
But
about
everybody
it.
not
Y'all
asking
got a whole
questions. Everybody
family.
ain't asking you questions.
Right. What y'all scared? Y'all some punks? Like, I don't understand what is so frightening. Oh, I'm gonna cuss you out. Yeah, if you fucking say the wrong thing, yeah, I don't know, I might. Because I don't believe in that you're allowed to disrespect me and I'm going to sit there and take it. Because I'm a grown ass woman too.
Yeah, and I think
I
that's
don't
been happening.
care if you're my uncle or my aunt. You don't get to disrespect me just because you are my family member. I don't play that. I
Yeah.
never have. And I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
They do it to my mom. They do it to her all the time. And yeah, she is very passive. I don't play that shit.
Like I said,
You can't just tell me, you just can't tell Olivia Lewis what to do. And she just gonna do it. She gonna have questions. She gonna have questions and that's just it. But Justine, yeah, she could do whatever. Olivia, nah, she's not that chick, as y'all know. Now, I don't mind add money, but yeah, cooking. And then that was another thing, like, you gotta cook this. No, the fuck I don't. I ain't get him that way. Anyway, yeah. And then I said the casino trip, how they didn't invite me.
You talked
Yeah,
about
he
it.
was like, yeah, because he was like, you were the only one out the group with a man. I was like, damn.
I mean,
But you gon' really, so you gon' not invite me because I got a man?
I don't know what
Okay,
the
well,
reason
you know what?
was.
I'm cool with that.
I don't know what the reason was, but
I mean,
that
hey,
was just-
that is the common denominator.
right.
They ain't none of them got a man. So maybe that was why, but they hating on me. Like, why you? And the psychic said that. She said that back in 2023. She said that people are jealous of you. Right?
She said it. I heard it.
And I was like, why? Why? What did I do?
Well, like I said, it could be anything from childhood, like your shoelace or your earring was cute to somebody one day and they gave you a compliment and the other person to get a compliment. You know how people are, babe.
That's just
And
ridiculous.
they caused this.
I can't imagine hating somebody for no reason or jealous of my family. Like, I wish everyone well, and I don't understand that. Why me? I guess to tell my story.
You got to tell your story.
I guess to tell my story.
You gotta
Because
tell your
y'all,
story.
like, I'm in disbelief that somebody would actually want to see it, because people are seeing what's going on and they're thinking it's okay.
Yeah,
So-
because of the narrative. Because of the narrative, and no one's confirming the narrative. It's just being taken for word as law.
And it's on top of each other, on top of each other.
Just,
And my aunt, I can't believe you going telling people I cussed you out.
well,
And yeah, I could have used a better choice of words, but that's how strong I meant. Because I stopped talking to her. Like, you're done. And that's what I meant. Because of all the abuse.
yeah, no one's obligated to be abused.
Yeah,
so,
no,
yeah,
no.
I'm sorry.
I'm
it
no
even
longer
came to that.
going where I'm tolerated.
Yeah,
And not where I'm celebrated. Fuck that.
yeah, that's not.
I don't have to do it.
Yeah.
I refuse to do it.
I just wish some questions were asked.
Hey, it don't matter at this
The
point.
people
At
that
this point,
feel
it
away.
doesn't matter. I'm saying what I'm saying, and I'm 10 toes down.
Okay.
Fuck that. And so,
want to wrap it up right here?
yes. Yeah.
Wrapping it up right here. All right. Well, hope y'all got some value out of that. Have you all ever had any challenges like that with toxic people in your family? I mean, I hear it. I've heard it before, and yeah, I would recommend anybody just find somebody to talk to if you're going through something like that. And man, get the truth. Just don't assume stuff about people. Just get the truth. Ask questions, because you might not have the full story, and you causing a bigger rift than, what is necessary. So,
Yeah.
All right, y'all. This has been Mellow Melanin,
And I'm Liv.
and this is the Legacy Journeys podcast, where we
We
embrace, explore, and evolve
relationships.
relationships. We'll see y'all on the next episode. Peace.